Your face, okay. So I don't know if these two have much or any history. I'm sure that I know that they play a lot of friendlies, so I'm sure they're at least somewhat familiar with each other's play style.
I know they also both have net play.
Yeah,
so
true,
they play each other a decent amount on that as well.
I don't know. I
But
think this is a tough matchup for Ness.
yeah.
But I also think that Gooby's style might do better against your face than certain other players, because Gooby plays really fast, and if his
He
pressure
plays fast and he capitalizes hard.
if his pressure's on, that can make it difficult for Ike, who doesn't have really any good out of shield options. So, yeah, this is a best of 5, so that I think that'll matter.
Certainly. Unfortunately, like if you're talking about it from the Ness point of view, I think out of the people who are going to improve more in the best of 5, it's going to be your face.
I was thinking the same thing, actually. I don't know if this is where they're going to start. This is just a hand warmer, but I think this is probably the second worst starter you could give Ike in this matchup.
Where would you take Ike?
I would just make sure I ban Green Hill and PS2.
Okay. So then, Green Hill for the small stage with walls.
Yep.
And why PS2?
I think that this is one of Ike's best stages. I think his quick draw affords him quick lateral movement that Ness
on a very large stage.
Ness doesn't have access to. He has a good Ness has a good dash dance, but his acceleration and his initial dash speed are very average, if not probably on the lower end of the spectrum.
And they started here anyways. So for those who don't know, I mean, obviously your face with Ike has that amazing quick draw.
Yep.
This stage has the largest base platform out of any of the legal stages.
Yep.
It's the base platform from side to side is bigger than Dreamland, and so having that kind of lateral movement means he can close that gap so fast.
It's actually the biggest of all of our legal stages outside of FD.
You're right.
Yeah. Delfino is not legal currently in our list, but that would be, I think, the one other stage that's longer. And people don't think about that about PS2. They just think, oh, it's a medium stage, but it's not. Okay, that was really nice, though. This is what I'm talking about. Gooby's playing fast, and that could make it difficult for your face. I do think this stage, though, benefits...
I don't know. Okay, I was going to say, I don't know how Ness is supposed to get up from there.
Yeah, edge guarding's really difficult.
Edge guarding's
really difficult.
Yeah.
I think that Ike has a lot stronger vertical kill power than Ness, so you don't want to give him a short stage, and you don't want to give him a stage where he can just like run around.
Where he can use his quick draw.
Yeah, exactly.
You're also going to want to be able to make use of the platforms.
Yeah.
I
think Ness benefits more from having a third platform.
Exactly. Ness benefits more from being able to do those lateral and vertical movements, where Ike tends to have to do one or the other.
Right. He can both chase. Okay, these punishes are really nice.
Wow,
right
there we go.
The jab resets are so real.
Forces him to have to go low there. So what I want to be able to see, and it's hard with Ness because he is stuck.
Wow.
Whoa!
This calls out his.
He's been getting
so
movement. Many of those today too.
So
your face has just been batting people with his down air, and that's something we didn't used to see from him.
Yeah, he's getting use out of that as well as probably any Ike player I've seen. So Gooby's doing a lot of good stuff here, but ultimately your face has had he's had the clutch callouts right when he's needed them.
Exactly.
As I say that's about as clutch as they come. Great spacing on that F smash.
Yeah, that was great spacing in that he didn't get hit by the Aether.
Yeah.
Or the up B.
Oh man, I can't believe how fast Gooby's Ness is. He's like, his pressure is really good.
But no, what's crazy is that every other week, we see these guys come back, and your face is stronger and stronger each time. And now he's using down air as like an offensive edge guarding technique. And see, look at that.
Yeah, he's really calling out, I think, too, when people are trying to get a reversal of fortune on him, turn the edge guard around. That's like a really great call out for that situation.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of utility out of that.
Right, so look.
And that's going to spike, and it's done.
Okay, amazing sweet spot for
That
Gooby.
was an amazing sweet spot, but also your face should have been able to cover that, and indeed he does. Still is not really able to get back to the stage.
I really think we saw why that stage is good for Ike in the matchup. Frankly, even though Gooby can pressure Ike's shield really well, he couldn't get in. He couldn't get in safely.
At all. I want to see him go to either, and correct me if I'm wrong, I want to see him either go to Smashville or Bowser's.
Bowser's would be okay.
bad?
Ike gets the wall, but since it's so low, it's probably not too advantageous for him. I usually try to strike to Smashville when I play this matchup. I would also be okay with Battlefield. I think that Ness can get more out of it sometimes if you're a good player.
It depends on the...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, this is a bad situation.
that was such a smart edge guard. He doesn't actually... Nope,
Yeah,
he's just going to capitalize it to the other side.
Cancel.
With the clutch meteor cancel.
But the edge guard continues, though. Yep,
But I love his use of the grab release instead of going for an actual throw. Force Gooby to go low, and then he has no options.
This is the risk, I think, in Final Destination is...
he got so greedy. He wanted the double dip.
Edge guarding becomes so straightforward because you have absolutely no place to escape to.
Yeah, you can't say, like, oh, what if I go to the ledge? What if I go to stage? Or what if I go to a platform? It's just, hi, I'm running right at you.
Another reason why I like having platforms, even though your combos are pretty good against Ike, but where are you going to go? He can just call out your movement. And now Gooby's forced into a situation where he has to try and sweet spot, and he messes up. You know, that's the risk, I think, in FD. Honestly, I don't think Ike is Ness's hardest matchup, but I think he maybe
And that belongs to Marth, correct?
Yeah, I would say so. But I would say Ike has the most polarizing advantage with stages. There are almost no stages where I think Ness has advantage in this matchup.
Okay.
I think the best we can really hope for is
neutral.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the two stages that I mentioned were either neutral or they were both starters, but
maybe FOD would be like a slight Ness advantage, but even then, like I think Ike's still like that stage.
Yeah, it's small enough.
Yeah.
It's not great when you have to hope for the platform movement.
Yeah,
that was a great sweet spot, and Gooby's been getting a lot of those.
He's at a huge deficit though, so he needs that moment, that clutchness.
Yeah, the touch of death, and that's going to take it eventually. No.
Even though Gooby picked up that stock, he did find the opening in Your Face's pressure. Maybe he got a little bit lazy, knowing he has the huge advantage in stocks and percentage. Yeah, exactly. Like this. He really had nowhere he could go.
Yeah. Gooby's laughing, but...
This is a really tough matchup.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Ness struggles against swords in general.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, even though the swords themselves don't matter, like Toon Link, he then has all the projectiles.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
think of a single sword-based character that Ness is glad to see.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I think this is a 60-40 matchup in Ike's favor. I don't think it's as bad as Marth. Because, like we said, Ike doesn't have very good out of shield options. Gooby has shown some potential to get some pretty great combos. Okay, that was nice. Unfortunately, doesn't really find the reversal there.
Yeah, Your Face is he's starting to go deeper and deeper for these edge guards. He's kind of trying to put on a highlight show.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think when Ike puts the pressure on,
if you don't know how to deal with Ike, it's done.
I think a lot of characters, the optimal way to play against Ness is to respect Ness.
And Ike is the opposite.
Yeah, I think Ike is kind of the opposite. I think he is I think why he's a tough matchup is you probably should play pretty aggressive with Ike, because you can really make it unsafe for Ness. Like stage control is all yours. Okay, good counter. Maybe a PK fire would have been a better option there. It's really tough.
Oh, what this? Okay. And that didn't quite pick it up, but he was just juggling him with the up airs and the up tilts.
Great use of PK Thunder 1.
Ooh, I like the wall jump there.
For sure. Gooby's using PK Thunder well. He's using it to protect himself in case he gets hit during it. Because Ike does have the ability to capture him in those moments.
I can't believe.
That's the problem. He's so heavy.
So I made one comment on a wall jump earlier, and then Your Face does I'm doing the wall jump from the base of FOD, wall jumps aethers up. I know it's a little bit easier with Ike than most, but that still looks so impressive, being able to recover from that low. But that's why you don't want Ike to have any spots for his wall jumps, because he will get back. If he can touch the wall and he doesn't mess up his tech, he's good.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, PM actually has quite a lot of walled stages that are legal. It can be hard to mitigate that advantage. Yeah, and this is the thing. This is the problem with sorties is, Ness's whole shtick is supposed to be his punish game, right? That he can get these crazy follow-ups. But when you have a sword, you can break out of combos so much earlier. And
why do you believe that is? Because I understand the neutral game difficulties, but why can he break out?
Because Ness wants to trade a lot of the time when he's getting his follow-ups. When he trades, he's in an advantageous position. But you can't trade with the sword.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You just straight up lose.
That makes sense. I didn't realize that so much of Ness's follow-ups were based on trades.
Because like if you trade with my down air, I'm still usually in a better position because I'm still usually above you, which is kind of where Ness wants to be when you're in a knockdown, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah. It just, there are very few punishes.
That was risky.
Really clutch. There are very few advantages you can get when you, because you have to win neutral so much, right?
Yeah.
And the whole premise is Ness's neutral is bad, but he's got insane punishes. The swords kind of mitigate that a little bit.
Well, and all of Ness's approach options are very telegraphed. And so he is able to just choose whether I want to swing at you or whether I want to counter.
Yeah.
And that's why that set was over so fast.
Yeah. I'm not even really sure like what Gooby can be doing there other than just like I don't know, that because your face just really